Thanks for joining Nezzysplace podcast. Real topics, real issues, and real people. Here's your host, the Nez Allen. Let's get inspirational.
Hello, everyone, and I hope you are on top of the world. And thank you so much for joining in to Nezzysplace today. I am so happy today because not only am I doing a podcast for you, but I have a special guest. Our first guest here at Nezzysplace is Ebony Nicole Smith. She is an author, a publisher, a writing coach, a playwright, but most of all, she's a woman of God. Say hello to...
Hi, everyone. As she said, my name is Ebony Nicole Smith, and I am very, very excited to be here to join you on such a special occasion.
Yes, and we're going to be having a great time just discussing some great tools on how Ebony can help you get to the next level in your writing. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to give her a platform so that she can do everything and tell you how to get in touch with her. But we want to just dig in and talk about you and why did you decide to write a book and how did you get started?
Well, I began in 2010 to write my first book. And to be honest, it was what drew me away from a bad relationship. As I began to write my story, I unfortunately had more or less time for him, and that pulled us apart. It actually did save me because I was heading down a road that I was not prepared for.
Wow.
So my first book, titled Eve's Mixtape, was what got me out of that.
Wow, that was a little bit like therapy for you too.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. Because things I experienced with him, I had put in the book. So I'm not telling everything. But there were some things that I had went through that I put in the book.
That's great. So how long did that take you to write?
6 months.
You were awesome.
6 months to write it.
Let me tell you, I'm going to have to interject right here. If you want to know someone who can write a book in a matter of months, this is your girl.
6 months.
She can write a book like nobody's business. I mean, the girl is awesome. You know, she inspires me, and I tell her all the time, you inspire me because I have to tell you, I procrastinate some, but she is so wonderful. Tell us about some of the material that you've been doing and some of the books you've written.
Well, I have written 4 so far, 3 Christian novels and 1 devotional. I'm currently working on my 5th book, which is my 2nd devotional, titled A Praying Wife in Waiting. I'm pushing to have that one out by the end of this month, early next month. It is a 60-day devotional where instead of praying to God for your husband to arrive, which he's going to come in God's due perfect time, it is about praying for yourself.
Wow.
Praying for yourself. God, I want to be a wife, but more so than that, I want to be the woman you created me to be.
That's awesome.
You know, so you say in Jeremiah 29:11, I know the plans that I have for you. What did you plan, you know, when you first thought of me before you formed this world? And so I want you to make me to that woman. It's been a trial.
And you know what? That's really good that you're writing that book, because a lot of times we wait until we get that person to really find out who we are. You know, right. We got to know who we are and know what God wants us to be before we get to that next level. Absolutely. We actually need to be whole before we get to, you know, in a relationship.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. So when is that book gonna come out?
Well, because I'm really pushing to finish it by the end of this month.
Oh yeah, she will, you guys. She will.
I'm pushing. It should be out in June, about mid-June.
Awesome. Yeah. That is. I can't wait. I can't wait to read it.
I'm excited because I want women to know it's when you enter into a relationship, it's no longer all about you, but yet you have to know who you are so you won't get lost in your husband.
Yes, right.
You know, so,
and then just to interject this a little bit, there are some people who actually get lost in a relationship period. They lose themselves, which as women we really shouldn't do.
Not at all.
So this sounds like this is a book that's going to really help women kind of figure out things that they shouldn't do and should do, and kind of help out that way.
Yeah, help you become your full potential before the man arrives. Because it could be something you want to do now that once you become a wife and a mother, if you're not already a mother, you may not be able to do.
Right.
Because now you can't put all of your ambitions and your goals. It has to line up with the vision of your family.
That's awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
Just letting God do some awesome things within you, because like for me, I did have some serious trust issues, built up over the years. And so I'm like, God, that's going to be a problem because,
gotta let that go.
It has to be let go. He had to dig up all this stuff I didn't even know was an issue, stuff I thought I dealt with years ago. And he's like, no, that's still there. Let's deal with that.
Yeah.
So I just,
I tell you.
How came this devotional?
You guys need to know, writing is definitely therapy.
It is.
It really is. And for us who are authors, we can really say that when you are touched by something happening in your life, you can really write about it, because I always truly believe that what we go through is not just for us, it's for someone else's greater good, the greater good of someone else.
Right.
So our experiences help us in the form of writing.
It does.
You could bless someone else's life so they won't make the same mistakes that we did.
Right.
Hey, that's awesome. I can't wait. You're going to have to come back on the show.
I definitely
will.
Definitely
so tell me, what was your biggest obstacle in your writing career? What would you say is your biggest obstacle?
My biggest obstacle is, or has been, still is, I would say, to reach a broader audience, to really try to get people to recognize my writing. I would say that's my biggest obstacle right now. But I have, a small following. I'm very thankful for them, and I keep them in mind when I am writing. But just for other people to find these books and to see or to hear what God is saying through them.
Wow.
Because I truly, truly, truly do write for Him. And I know that the right people are receiving these books, are receiving and hearing and His word through what I have written.
Yes. And how do you get your stuff out now? How do you kind of get out there?
Do social media. I also do book events around the city of Rochester. My mom, she is like my quote street team. So she helps me out with getting out flyers and promotional material. And so those are the ways that right now I promote my books. I'm actually meeting tonight with an author, Banke McCullough, Wapatu McCullough.
Banke,
Banke. She's going to help me, expand on some things with that. And I was like, I need to learn.
Yeah.
And she has
a wealth
done
of knowledge.
A great job.
She has
with
an
it.
awesome book out too.
I'm like, hey, I want your knowledge.
Yes.
Teach me.
And I think that's the biggest thing. We all have to invest in each other.
Oh, absolutely.
Where someone else has a little bit of knowledge, share it.
Right.
And I find that sometimes people don't want to share that information because they may feel like you'll be more successful. But I think when you are confident and you want to help others, that's when you're really blessed and it flourishes.
Right.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's great that you said that, because what I do now as a writing coach is I teach people what had taken me like 4 or 5 years to learn, and I teach them in less than a year. So I have right now 6 clients that I'm coaching, and 2 are probably sometime next month will have their books published, and I'm very excited for them. One is a pastor down in Florida, another is a businesswoman out in Savannah, Georgia, and I am excited for them.
You are all over the place.
Yeah,
that is great. Oh my God, how exciting is that?
It's very exciting. Very exciting, just to teach people, like, you don't have to be afraid to write. It's not as hard as you think if you know what you're doing.
Right.
And so, like, today I actually started writing without fear. And I give you 5 steps, and each step, I give 1 step per day starting today. And the first one was to create a topic. So it was pretty easy. It's like, what do you want to talk about? What is it that you have to say that this generation needs to know about?
Right.
What are you an expert in?
Right.
If people come to you all the time about a particular topic or subject matter, you're an expert.
Exactly.
Write about it.
Exactly.
You're right about it. And so when you think about what is it that you want to write, that becomes a draft title. And it's something that you can, eventually later down the road, play around with the title, but you have something. You have something. So yeah, just teaching people what I've learned and making it easy.
Yes, because the workshop sounds very exciting. Sounds like it's something that someone will want to do if they really need that push.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you won't be like, okay, now I have a pen, I have a paper, I'm going to hammer out this New York Times bestseller. What do I do?
Right, exactly.
Okay. Well, let me help you.
Well, we're going to talk about that workshop, and we need you to know that workshop is not free. It is a cost.
Oh, this one, this 5 for the next 5 days. This one is free.
Okay, this one is free. Okay.
This is free,
okay.
And you can find it on my Instagram and Facebook page, which are both exclusively for clergy, which is the number 4. I'm posting every day at 7 p.m. One tip or one step per day.
And you definitely want to connect. If you know someone or you yourself, needed that little extra push, she is excellent with this, and she will keep you on track. Mm-hmm. She will give you tools. She will give you writing assignments, and she will keep you. You will have your book done.
You'll get
As she said, she's helped many people accomplish their dream. Mm-hmm. A lot of people have a book inside of them, and they don't know where to start. Yeah. Right? You want to definitely connect with Ebony. I'm telling you, don't want to let this go.
Not at all.
Because I heard Miles Monroe say, you don't want your dreams. Awesome. You don't want to not fulfill your dreams, because when you're dead, you don't want all your dreams looking over at you and your casket saying, we counted on you. We counted on you to get this out, and you let us down. So, if you have a book inside of you, I want you to be encouraged to contact Ebony Nicole Smith. She's going to give you all her information. So tell us a little bit, what would you like people to know if they are having a hard time and don't know where to start? Outside of contacting you, what is something that you think they should do?
I would say overcome your fear. That's a big thing with a lot of people, especially with clients that I'm working with now, and people who have inquired of my service. I ask them, what's stopping you from proceeding with your book? Mm-hmm. I'm scared. What if people aren't receptive to it? Or
that's good.
What if no one buys it? Or what if people don't like it? So that gets into their head, and it sets. And then when they go to write, only thing they can think about is, what if nobody buys it? What if nobody likes it? What if I get bad reviews? It does not matter.
Exactly.
You have to get it out.
That's right.
So I would say overcome your fear. Don't be a slave to it. Because if you be a slave to fear, you'll always do what fear wants you to do. Exactly. And you won't do what you want to do outside of that fear.
That's good. That is really good, because the flip side of that too, like you just said, what if people don't buy it? Well, what if they do?
What if they do?
Exactly. And I don't know about you, but I had to deal with the same thing with my first book, my only book.
The second one. We talked about the second one last year.
The one that you're trying to get
almost
me a year later. The one that you're trying to get me to hurry up and do. But I will get it done. I promise you. I'm going to have to take her class,
birthday,
y'all.
Wasn't it?
I'm going to have, yeah, by my birthday.
Yep.
I'm putting this out there. I did tell Ebony by my birthday, I want to have my second one done. Yep. So that is out there. So I have to get it done.
Now you're held accountable.
But yes, what you just said, I lived, and I had to deal with that. People saying, who's going to read it? And I had to go with my own fear. Who's going to read that? Who's going to read your book? And I had, like you said, I really had to overcome that fear. Absolutely. And it's amazing how the fear is just imaginary.
It is.
It's stories that we tell ourselves. Yeah. Because we're the only one telling, you know what I mean? So
right.
You are so right with that.
Yeah, overcome that fear.
So you guys better overcome that fear and contact Ebony, get that book coming so that we can all be blessed.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
Absolutely. Definitely, if I feel like if you have a book that God has given you, it's there for a reason.
Yes.
That book is in you, that He downloaded in you for you to write,
to share
for a reason.
Yes.
And I tell people, like, you have so much in you. Don't take it to the grave. Just like Miles, don't take it to the grave.
Don't take it to the grave. For real.
There are thousands, hundreds of thousands of New York Times bestselling novels, books, historic books in the ground.
Yes.
Why? Because somebody decided
to give up.
I don't want to do it.
Exactly.
I don't want to write it. I don't care if this idea has been with you. I met a woman at the last expo we did, for the Women's Day expo we did. She said she had an idea for a book. 30 years. I'm like, wow. I'm 34.
Jeez.
30 years?
That's a long
time. Honey, you need to call me.
Exactly.
Let's talk.
Is she going to call you?
I hope she does.
She
took my information. I have hers. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna email her. I'm going to follow with her. That's not I thinking about it. Because 30 years?
30 years is a very long time.
30 years is a long time.
To hold on to a dream.
That's the baby.
Exactly.
I told one of my clients, I was like, I'm going to help you birth this child.
Yes.
Because it's about 18 months that she's been carrying this book. And I'm like, it's time for you to birth that baby.
It is.
So I'm a midwife to her.
It is.
Because you're about to push.
And you stay on her.
Oh, I do.
Stay on her.
I send her encouraging things
yes.
like, hey, you have anything, what you write today?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't write anything. Okay, so you got this weekend free, right? I'm going to need you to write.
You see what I'm saying, you guys? You see how she is? She is going to get you to the next level. And before we go, I want you to tell, I know you're going to be coming up. You're going to be doing a show, not a show, but an event in May. I know you want to talk a little bit about that real quick, about where people can find you.
Yes. Myself and Vanessa will be at the 3rd Annual Rochester Black Author Expo going down on May 6th. Saturday, May 6th, at 200 Genesee Street at the Wilson Foundation Academy. It'll be ourselves and over 20 authors.
Yes.
20 authors between Rochester, Buffalo, and Syracuse. We're all coming. We're all going to come to Rochester and, showcase our talents. We have graphic novels. We have Christian novels. We have self-help, motivational, love, romance. Now, with children's book, there are some kids that will be there selling their works, and it's just anything that you're looking for, you're going to find at that expo. So I encourage you to come on down. We have publishers that will be there on site to talk to you about publishing your works. We have editors that will be there as well. So if you have questions about that, we'll have different performances that will be going on. We're doing a writing contest for youth writers. So if you have any kids that are in the city of Rochester, or in the city school district rather, or it's a charter school as well, you can have them contact me, Ebony Nicole Smith, on Facebook, and let me, we could talk about what it is they're looking for the contest, and they can win a trophy and cash. So hey, you can write. You can write and win a trophy in cash. So definitely reach out to me, and I'll give you the information about how your school age child can enter this contest and possibly win some money and a trophy.
That's great. Now, we definitely have to do that. And
absolutely.
Definitely, you guys have to come out, support, and be there. Contact her and find us on Facebook. And just before we go, and we are wrapping up, that was like the quickest time, just chatting with you. Yes. And I'm so happy that you were here. You came to be a part of Nezzy's Place.
Thank you.
And it's been an honor. And what is one little nugget that you would like, or takeaway that you would like to leave the listeners with?
I would say, feel the fear and do it anyways.
You got it. Feel the fear and do it anyways. There you go. You guys listen to that. Definitely connect with her. And just one more time, give your website address for us.
My website is www.ebonynicolesmith.com. That's EbonyNicoleSmith.com. You can find me on Facebook at EbonyNicoleSmith.com. And you can find my Facebook page for my business exclusively for clergy. That's also my Instagram name. And just connect. Shoot me an email. My email address is novelist@EbonyNicoleSmith.com. However you want to contact me, I'm all for it. It doesn't matter.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for being
you.
here. We at Nezzysplace love you. We're so happy that you came by today. And we looking forward to, we're going to have you back again.
Absolutely.
Talk about that, a praying wife in waiting book. That's going to be awesome. So thanks again. And we will see you. And you guys out there, make sure you share this link because this is important information that can help somebody birth that book. Have a great day and be blessed, guys. Bye-bye.
Tomorrow for another dynamic show. Remember to share and connect with me on Nezzysplace.com, Facebook, and Periscope.